Why are there cops in Mario Kart World? This was the question that led me down a rabbit hole of Mario Kart World's absolutely bizarre infrastructure. When we take a look at all the wacky vehicles and the strange behavior of the NPCs in Mario Kart World, we might just write it off as typical video game behavior. But what if I told you that Mario Kart World's world is telling us a deeper story? The presence of cops in Mario Kart World fascinated me because it made me question what sort of crimes are they stopping. Unfortunately, all the cop cars do in the game is drive around. You can crash them, blast them, and sit in front of them to obstruct justice, and they won't so much as throw a donut at you. We never see the cop cars bust anyone or stop any crimes, which is strange because it seems like a lot of these vehicles on the road are wreaking havoc. Like, just look at this car carrying Spike. Dude's just throwing spiky balls onto the freeway. Is that legal? Well, if you're in the Mario Kart World police force, I guess it is. Hammers and fireballs are fine too, I guess. And don't even get me started on the cars that just go around shooting bullet bills all day. Man, that's one strong bus. So, as far as Mario Kart World's infrastructure is concerned, what is the point of these vehicles? Why are they here? Well, you might be saying, hey dummy, they're there to be obstacles for the player to avoid. And yeah, that would make sense if we're talking about a sanctioned race, but these violent vehicles are driving around outside of races in free roam, and they are constantly throwing out attacks whether the player is anywhere near them or not. Why waste so many precious resources? Sure, you might get a discount on spike balls and hammers if you buy in bulk, but it just seems like a bit much. Another strange vehicle that probably wouldn't contribute much to society are these barrel cannon cars. These things are everywhere and are ready to blast you forward at a moment's notice. Sure, they make sense in an official race, I get that. But why are barrel cannons just driving around all the time? What's the point? Well, all of these offensive vehicles driving around the road makes me think that perhaps the citizens of the Mario Kart world are afraid of something. But what is it that they're afraid of? Who is threatening the Mario Kart world? Can't be Bowser. He's a playable character who participates in the races. And also, I mean, these guys are his minions. The dangerous force that torments the Mario Kart world is something bigger than Bowser. For a while, I couldn't figure out what this evil entity was. But while I was gathering footage of this cop car to use in this video, something absolutely terrifying happened. So I was just sitting there, stopping traffic, minding my own business, and all of a sudden, all these vehicles started to disappear. I had no idea what was happening, just that all the cars were getting sucked up into this big beam. So I decided to follow them, and I found myself commandeering a UFO. Apparently, this is actually a pretty rare occurrence, though I can't believe I found it by accident. I didn't even know UFOs were in the game until this moment. And that's when I finally realized who the true villain of Mario Kart World was. The Shroobs are an alien species who serve as the main antagonists of Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. In the story of that game, the Shroobs invaded the Mushroom Kingdom back when Mario and Luigi were children, and the older Mario and Luigi go back in time to fight these aliens with their younger selves, thus saving the Mushroom Kingdom. I think that decades later, the Shroobs returned with new spaceships and a newly developed resistance to baby tears. That's what's revealed to be their one true weakness at the end of Partners in Time. It's baby tears. You know, you gotta, because, you know, you go through the whole game and you got the babies with you, and then it's revealed that, you know, baby tears is what is their weak. Yeah, whatever. Now, as of the time of Mario Kart World, the Shroobs have all but destroyed the rest of the planet, leaving the remaining survivors to seek refuge here on the Mario Kart World island, trying to find joy in this dying world by entertaining themselves with the kart racing they love so dearly. There's even a P-Switch mission that puts you in a UFO called Search Fields, Abduct Blue Coins, which is written in all caps. Now, the Shroobs speak a strange alien language, but there is one Shroob who does learn to speak English, which shows that they are in fact capable of doing so. The one Shroob in Partners in Time who did learn English is the Elder Princess Shroob. And how does she speak? In all caps, just like this mission. The thing about Shroobs that make them so dangerous is that they attack suddenly and in great numbers. So these cars constantly shooting bullet bills or throwing spike balls are always attacking, so that if any Shroobs get close, they're already getting blasted. That's also what the cops are for. They're to make sure to alert anyone nearby if an invasion might be taking place. This one cop I found wasn't super good at his job, so I had to step in. And that's what happens when you commandeer a UFO and start driving it around yourself. You beat up the shroob inside. This is different from the other vehicles you take over, where I assume the driver just lets you go for a ride. It's a good thing I was there to take over that UFO, because if not, every last citizen it abducted would have been a goner. There's even a spot where there's a captured UFO that you can go visit at any time. It's probably there so the Mario Kart World scientists can study its weak points. Now, if you take over a UFO, you can go around and abduct cars. And I think that within the Mario Kart world, the citizens would find this highly offensive, due to the collective trauma they felt dealing with the shroobs. I bet some citizens also find the UFO P-switch mission offensive as well. I think that this alien invasion destroying the outside world is the true reason why the NPCs seem to just drive aimlessly around the world, never really stopping or going to work or doing anything. They drive around because it makes them feel a sense of normalcy, like they're going to work in a pre-invasion world. Like how Tom Hanks's character in Castaway had Wilson. It's a way of feeling like they're back in the world they knew before the invasion. And these NPCs with backpacks, they ain't vacationing. Inflation is so bad people leave their coins in the street, so I'm sure rent is sky high in Crown City. And beyond what happened to the infrastructure, the shroobs are destroying the environment too. Just look at how much of Mario Kart World is desolate and borderline uninhabitable. And look at all these stars falling from the sky. The environment is so bad the stars are literally coming down.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough about stars to dispute it.
Most importantly, this is why Mario Kart races are such a big deal on the Mario Kart World island. With the rest of the world destroyed, there isn't much in terms of new entertainment. So they designed the island with an emphasis on their favorite pastime. This is why there's only 30 tracks in Mario Kart World. They didn't have enough space for the 98 tracks that Mario Kart 8 had, and they long for the days where they could travel to places like Paris or Tokyo for a race. But those places have been long destroyed. See, that's why it's called Mario Kart World. It's the only world they have left. But things aren't so bleak. They aren't just racing around an island until the shroobs destroy them. The Mario crew does have a plan, and it has to do with this robotic ape. So, of all the obstacles in Mario Kart World, there is none that I think would be more dangerous than the mechanical Donkey Kong located at DK Spaceport. But why did they build this? Well, I think that the DK Spaceport is the most important area in the entire Mario Kart World, and one in need of the most protection. Hence, the giant mechanical simian. Why is that? Because they're trying to escape the planet before the shroobs fully take over. This is why we see so many cars on the road carrying metal boards and metal pipes. Most of them are on their way to DK Spaceport to help with construction. This is also why Toad's factory is present on the island. They needed an industrial epicenter. And if you look at areas like Faraway Oasis and Dino Dino Jungle, you'll understand why they got so many exotic animals and dinosaurs on the island. They're trying to save their species. It's kind of a Noah's Ark situation, except with more than 2 of each animal, because obviously 2 of each animal wouldn't be enough for genetic diversity. So as you drive around this Mario Kart world and see what seems to be a happy-go-lucky island all about having fun races, know that, just off the island, untold disaster is happening. So best enjoy the races for as long as we can. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. Are there any other strange things in Mario Kart World's world building that I might have missed? Do you think this theory might have been a little too insane? What crimes do you think the Mario Kart World cops go around busting? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more content from me, you should check out one of these videos right here. That's all for me. See you next time.